Here's my second question, and it's about, again, the periodic table and trends. If I look here, I can see it's talking about core charge, atomic mass, and first ionization energy. And then what are we talking about here? Define each term in below. Explain what happens to this property as you move from left to right, so we're going this way, across a period in a periodic table, and why this trend is observed. So what is core charge? Core charge is the field of attraction between the nucleus and the outer shell electrons. All right, not a lot of room here to write, but that's the idea. It's generally the attraction between the nucleus and the outer shell electrons. Okay, what happens as I move from left to right? Well, it actually increases. Okay, so as I move from left to right, my core charge will increase. Now, why is this seen? Well, as we move from left to right, we have an increase in the number of protons. Now, remember we talked about the fact that core charge is about, I guess, how the nucleus is felt from the outer shell. So we look at how many protons there are in the inside there. We cancel out the number of inside electrons and then look at just what is the difference between them. We increase the number of protons, but the inner electrons stay the same. Therefore, the outer electrons feel the greater pull, all right, from the nucleus. We'll say from the nucleus. But basically, as you move from left to right, you have an increase in the number of protons, definitely, but your electrons on the inside of your shell, they don't change. You're always going to have the same number in the same period. So therefore, the outer shell electrons feel a greater pull from those. The atomic mass, what is it? It's the, by definition, it's the number of protons and neutrons an atom has. As I move across, it starts to increase because we know our masses actually increase. Why does it increase? Because there are more protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Pretty straightforward there. The first ionization energy. What is the definition of this? It is the energy required to remove the first electron. As you move across, remember core charge increases, so the attraction from the nucleus to the outer shell is greater, so therefore it's going to require more energy to remove that. So again, this is going to increase as you move across a period. And why does it happen? As the greater core charge makes it harder to remove electrons. So basically link everything back to core charge and talk about the explanation. So therefore it's harder to remove the electrons, so the energy required is greater. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Suggest a reason why all elements in a particular group react in similar ways. They have the same number of electrons. They have the same number of electrons is why. So anything in the same group has the same number of electrons, and therefore it reacts in a similar way to each other. So therefore, here's our periodic table again. Everything in this group here will have the same number of electrons. And if this happens to be carbon, it would all have 4 electrons in the outside shell. So therefore, carbon, silicon, and all the other ones down here will have the same number of electrons in the outside shell. Therefore, it reacts in the same way.